So we continue our module 6 with video 3. Module 6 is her to this time with the verbs see, hear, and help. Let's go. The verbs to see, hear, and help. Now, the first two verbs, to see and hear, they're a little special in English because we call them non-action verbs. About this idea that you are not actively doing a big action. To see someone, it's very passive. You just see them. Which is why in English we don't say I am seeing her, or I am knowing her, or I am hearing her. You simply say I see her, I know her, or I hear her. Okay? Just a basic idea. Maybe it's very different in your language. With to hear, the difference of to hear and to listen to is that to listen to is about your attention and your focus. When you give or pay attention to, very specifically, to one thing or one person. With to hear someone, there are two ideas. One is about volume. Is it possible with the volume to hear the person or not? And then by accident, by environment. The first idea, if talking on the phone or on the Skype, sometimes we have a bad connection, sometimes we have a good connection. And when you start a Skype conversation, you say, can you hear me? Is the volume of the connection, is it okay? Is it possible to hear the person? Or if you are in a bar or nightclub, the noise, the people, and someone is trying to talk to you, you say, I can't hear you, the volume. The second idea is by accident, by your atmosphere. If you are in the street and you hear someone, help, help, by accident I can hear someone. Or if you are living in a house with a lot of different people, la 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 la, I can hear her singing. So this is the idea with to hear. Now with these three verbs, our focus is the pronunciation, right? So we know what happens. I can see her, I can see her. I want to help her, I want to help her. I can't hear her, I can't hear her, can't hear her, all right? See her, help her, hear her, all right? This is what happens when we speak really quickly. Now, please notice that with see, help, and hear, we never use the preposition to. It's just I can see her, help her, hear her, okay? So let's get started with our practice. Now remember, pause, listen, repeat, and train your accent. Did you see her yesterday? Did you see her yesterday? And did you see her? Did you see her yesterday? Did you see her yesterday? The connection is terrible. I just cannot hear her. The connection's terrible. I just can't. Always very important. The T in can't never disappears. Can't hear her. The connection's terrible. I just can't hear her. And then the connection's terrible. I just can't hear her. I just can't hear her. I just can't hear her. I do not know why, but they are not going to help her. I don't know why, but they are not going to help her. Help her. I don't know why, but they're not going to help her. I don't know why, but they're not gonna help her. I don't know why, but they're not gonna help her. They're not gonna help her. You are going to have to tell her I cannot come. You're gonna have to tell her I can't come. You're gonna have to tell her I can't come. And you're gonna have to tell her. So you're going to have to tell her. You're gonna have to tell her. You're gonna have to tell her I can't come. The music was so loud I could not hear her properly. Properly is correctly. The music was so loud I couldn't hear her properly. I couldn't hear her properly. The music was so loud I couldn't hear her properly. I couldn't hear her properly. The music was so loud I couldn't hear her properly. We are not going to have time to help her. We're not gonna have time to help her. We're not gonna have time to help her. And we're not gonna have time to help her. To help her. We're not gonna have time to help her. So this ends this video. Join me in the next video when I will talk to you about the word her with some very important verbs to listen to talk to speak to, and to explain to. See you then.